Hello, everyone. This is Reggie Hilliard of the Mastermind Book Club, filling in for our Honorable David Diaz. And I have my fellow colleagues as well on the call, including, well, we usually go left to right, but I have Chaz Culmer, Gina Pouchie, and also Martha Johnson. And today we're covering the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. To go first for us on the panel will be Gina Pouchie. Go ahead.
All right. So this book is like many of the books that we have had here in the book club before, and very interesting to listen to and to put into practice. And it talks about how we view the world. If we think of the world a certain way, it's going to materialize into our lives in essence. So by beholding, we become change. If we see things a certain way, then we start to believe them. Then those things are going to be the things that are going to be showing up in our life on a regular basis. So we should put our mind on something that we want to see in our lives rather than something we don't want to see in our lives. And they quoted one of the Bible texts that said that whatsoever things are good and true enough, good report to think about those things. Now, I have an experience actually that happened just today. I felt under a lot of stress, and during work, I went for a walk. Before I went for a walk, I had my blood pressure checked, and it was a bit high, you know. And I went off and for a 15-minute walk. And while I was walking, I was listening in to what was being said here by Joseph Murphy. And I started to think about what he was saying. And I was thinking, the reason why I was feeling stressed is because I'm thinking of something that I, probably should not be thinking about if I want to be happy or feel good about myself. So I listened to him. And I know this sounds really like, insignificant, or I'm just saying this because, but I actually listened to him and I put some of that stuff practice in mind. And I started some deep breathing while I was walking and listening. And then I got back to work and I had my pressure checked again and it was back to normal. Now, who knows? I think that book helped me out quite a bit, just by listening to it and refocusing my mind from where it was previously. So kudos to Joseph Murphy. And I'm very thankful and grateful for that.
Thank you. Thank you for that amazing share and the fact of applying what was in the book to help you to make your life calm again, getting the pressure down. So thank you, not Martha, Gina. Second for us tonight or today is Martha Johnson. Martha, you're up.
Hello, everyone. I'm so thankful to be here with you guys and all the people listen to us. This is one of the famous book, the Health and Self-Health and Mind training books. Explain very clear how you thought and believe, especially those in the subconscious mind, they want to shape your life. One of the main idea for this book is your subconscious mind is like a fertile soil. Whatever you plant, whatever you put in there, positive or negative, and you thought and believe, um, um, they want to improve your life in different ways. And the consciousness is direct your thought, and they can improve your health, your relationship, your wealth, and your happiness. Because your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant there, they want to grow. We have to have faith over fear, and we have a visualization and belief in yourself, and the negative options, negative emotions, they can block your inner power. And one of my favorite phrase in this book is we can healing. We have a healing power in our mind. We can heal ourselves. And this is very powerful. And because depends on you and your thoughts and belief, you can heal yourself. You don't need to uh, probably concentrate by meditation, eating right, and believe in yourself. You can heal your own body. That's what my nuggets I get for this incredible book.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you for your share. We appreciate what you had to offer today with us in the book club regarding this book, Dr. Joseph Murphy's The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Next, we have Chaz Culmer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mastermind Book Club. In the book, it talks about you are what you think about all day long. So think about good things. Think about wealth. Think about happiness. Think about love. Think about positive things. And just like the captain of a boat, he gives the orders, the direction that the boat's, is going to go. The crew and the engine in the engine room, they can't see where the boat is going, nor do they know, but the conscious and subconscious mind is like the captain in the engine room. The captain tells it, and the engine room makes it happen. Same thing with a car. The car, you put the key in the car, as long as it has gas in the engine, the car doesn't know where it's going, but you can drive it to where you want to go. And that's sort of like your conscious and your subconscious mind. You can say that you're blessed and highly favored, or you can say that you're cursed and sick and that you know, you're poor, or you can take the advice of someone who negatively told you something when you were little, or like in my favorite book, it talks about people of color being cursed. You only curse if you accept it. The curse really in that book was only on one person, but it went on for generations because of the misunderstanding. So in the book, The Power of Your Mind, you can be what you want to be. And you got to know that wealth, well, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles, for the share as well. And thank you for the way in which you put that together and the analogies that you use in terms of
And
captain
I
and
thank you, Reg,
crew.
because you always owe me about watch your words.
Oh, words are powerful. Words are powerful. Like definitely, I'm very much intentional about words and sharing that with others because I realize the power of words. And what I'll share is, so what I'll say is I'll speak to the fact of the power, well, not even the power of the subconscious mind, but the fact that you have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and it actually working back and forth with each other. So as much as the subconscious is what we tend to play off of, our lives are tended to be scripted off of that subconscious mind. They say maybe about 95% of our day-to-day is subconscious, is the subconscious mind playing, and then 5% is the conscious. But with that 5%, you actually can feed the subconscious to be what the subconscious is. And then the more conscious you are, the more you have the ability to feed and be aware of the fact of what you're feeding yourself, so that ultimately you can direct your subconscious mind to do exactly what it is that you choose what to do. A lot of the things we do, somewhere along the way were scripted or programmed into us in terms of a lot of the bodily functions. There's probably millions, billions, who knows how many different things that are going on. But we also still get the ability to do some really good things with our subconscious mind. And if we are really intent and we really get it figured out, as we've talked about, maybe partly share here and just in general, a lot of us understand at some level, understand to a degree, we actually can really formulate the life that we like to have. And it really comes down to being that director, that architect in the form of your conscious, powering your subconscious and constantly feeding it because it's going to listen. And then it stamps and it becomes habitual. And it's just what you see playing every day on the screen of your life. So that's what I'll share, at least in starting out, just that whole them two working together, conscious and subconscious, and the more conscious we can become, in directing the subconscious, we can really create the life in all aspects as to how we want the things that we want to see happen in our lives, the way we want to show up in our lives, and the things that we like to do. So I'll ask a question because this is sort of like Dave's format. And I guess Gina probably even touched on that, but I'll throw out the question. Well, no, going forward, how will you use what you learned in this book to really govern and direct the life that you have so that you can really be more on top of what it is that's going on in your life day to day. Anyone can start. So how will you use what's in this book to really govern and direct the life that you like to see for yourself each and every day?
I guess it just goes back to what we were all talking about, what the book is talking about. Just mind your thoughts, because in the end, your subconscious mind, is listening into what you're saying and what you're thinking, and it will find a way to accomplish that. So think good thoughts, think about the things that you want to accomplish rather than things you don't want to accomplish.
Perfect. Mind your thoughts. Your thoughts are very powerful. And actually, what you affect your thoughts with in terms of the thinking after the thoughts. That's good. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Martha, you about to say something?
Yeah, for me, personal, I like to control negativity, and because sometimes the negativity controls my mind in different ways. Fears is another, can control your mind very easily, and there's a lot of tools we can work with that, and you have to have confidence what you're doing, and be aware that your mind can give you a different direction, and you have to control your mind. Not let your mind control you, because they very easy can control you. And try to think it positive, and do a lot of meditations and relaxation and visualization. It works very, very good. And believe in yourself. Whatever you do, believe in you, and we have a mind. We can have the healing power in different ways. I think the mind is the powerful tool we have, and we have to control that.
Yeah, perfect. Negativity will eat you. So you don't want to allow it to eat you up. You want to be the one that eats the negativity, gets rid of it. Like I was just playing Pac-Man, you know? So you eat that negativity up until it's gone. But definitely that's good. And like you say, things that you can use, meditation, breathing. There's all kind of techniques, but meditation is a big one, and really, destroy that negativity before it attempts to destroy you. Definitely don't want it to come and take away your, as my mom used to say, like, don't let anything steal your sunshine. Negativity is a thing that'll steal your sunshine. So thank you, Martha, for sharing. Charles.
Yeah, I'm gonna just piggyback off what you were saying about the conscious and the subconscious, that you're sort of the author of your own fate. By the conscious, you can you can submit to the subconscious through your conscious. So your conscious is fertile soil. Whatever you plant through your conscious to your subconscious, it'll grow. So why not plant good things? Like you say, watch your words. If you want to achieve something, you could, the book talks about writing things down and looking at it before you go to bed, or waking up in the morning to affirmations, or conscious subjections. They even talk about Dr. James Ellendale. He was a surgeon back in 1846 or 1843, before there was actual anesthesia, and he didn't lose patience because he would kind of like talk to them and put them in a comfortable hypnotic state. And that auto suggestion of telling them that they're going to be healed, that they're going to make it through the surgery, he didn't lose any patience. And it's just an amazing thing that you can have what you say when you have what you say. So the subconscious mind helps bring to fruition what you give it, or the thoughts. It doesn't know. But like you said, we always have to watch our words. And this is something I got of it, is that every day I'm going to say something good is going to happen to me. That was a famous quote from a famous pastor way back when. Something good is going to happen to you today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's really good stuff that you just shared. Yeah, touching on words is like really one of my keys to life, and not just that, but in general. So words are very, 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 very much something I focus on. So much so that like as I'm talking, even if I like say a certain thing that I wouldn't normally say, I catch myself right in you know right at in the dead tracks because I'm so it's made so conscious in me to be aware of the words and then what I'm sharing with others. Because once upon a time, I didn't always use words. So in some ways, the best way. But then I decided, you know what? As I became more aware, I'm like going to use words to build worlds around me. So not only am I attempting to build my own world and helping others to help build their own worlds, but the subconscious mind is a powerful, powerful instrument or powerful facet or aspect of ourselves, just as much as the conscious mind, just as much as everything is important. And the more we can become aware, as I keep saying words like that, of conscious, the more we can have this ultimate power to affect outcomes and what we would like to see be those outcomes. And we can have the kind of outcomes we like to have, which is really what, you know, a lot of us say we would like, but then we don't ever get to the point of getting enough awareness so that we can really be the directors of our fate. So, you know, you keep sharing words, and, you know, intentionality with your words. And a lot of us kind of like diminish or just kind of discredit words and not really think it's something significant or that's significant when in fact they're very significant. And they show up in your life, you know, as you power those words. But the words before they come out in your tongue, usually thoughts in your head, and then the thoughts can just kind of like be idle, but then we think. So it's like the thinking of the thoughts because the thought is just the noun and the thinking is that verb, and we start to power with the thinking, and the thinking is in the form of word that is in the conscious space somewhere. And so we then materialize in this 3D physical space what we've been powering with thoughts, thinking to our thoughts, and then also what comes out of our mouth. So again, the more we can become aware of that, we can have the desired outcomes. So thank you, everyone. I will stop at that in terms of that one major question, because that's a big question. If we can really take hold of that, you know, what that is that I ask and like make it a part of our lives and be the directors and the architects and those words that I use, we can really see manifestations that are the kind of manifestations we like to have. So that concludes our week of the book club. Again, Dr. Joseph Murphy's The Power of the Subconscious Mind. Next week, we'll be back to finish the book. This was the first half, so we'll do the next half. Some more juicy nuggets to take in and then to share with the world as we come back and talk about the second half of the book. And we'll likely see our Honorable David Diaz, the founder of this book club, back next week, unless, of course, he has some other plans. So that's it for us. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.